Las Vegas, Nevada, home of the Las Vegas Fury and Simulation Week 4 action. Coming from the booth here, I am Stephen Hacker along with Wade Phillips. Justin Reeside's going to be on stats with us tonight for this game at Silver State Stadium, where the Fury are going to play host to the Vancouver Legion. Vancouver coming in at 3-0. Las Vegas looking to get their first win of the season, Wade. And why don't you go ahead and kick into the key points to today's matchup?
Well, thank you very much. It's great to be here, Stephen, and it's going to be an interesting matchup. We've already seen multiple interesting games today, very close affairs, and tonight we get to see a 3-0 Vancouver team take on a Las Vegas squad that has beaten them 3 times. The 3 times that they've matched up against them, they've won, and they've all been at home, and this is another home game for Las Vegas, so it'll be very interesting to see if which one of these perfect records gets blemished tonight.
Yeah, but both of these teams trying to figure out, which one is going to walk away with that perfect mark. Vancouver coming in on the season 3-0, and Las Vegas all time is 3-0 here at home against Vancouver. So one of those records has to take a hit tonight, and it'll be interesting to see which one. Vancouver is coming in pretty much leading the league in passing yards. Tom Pepper miles ahead after a huge week 1 performance, throwing for over 700 yards. So Vegas really going to have to slow down the passing attack that Vancouver brings. But Joseph Green on the other side, Wade, has had quite a season. He's 10th in the SFL right now through 3 weeks. So Vegas not afraid to sling the ball around either.
That's absolutely right. And like you said, the rookie has been slinging it so far, and that's Vancouver's strength is passing, and Las Vegas's defense's strength is passing defense.
Yeah, and so ball was on the tee. Vancouver going to kick this one away. Vancouver in the all white. The home team, Las Vegas Fury, wearing the all black with the pink trim. And why don't we introduce this Vegas offense? Wade, we're going to start out with quarterback Joseph Green, running back Scott Johnson, fullback A-Star Miramontes, wide receivers John Blades, Mason Kirby, and Doug Britton, tight ends Dustin Zeck, and SFL Hall of Famer Tiberius Bovine. The Fury start this drive on their own 33-yard line. Joseph Green in the shotgun. A lot of movement from Vancouver, switching sides on the play. Quick drop, thrown, and pass is caught for a 9-yard gain.
That was a great way to start the ball game with a 9-yard pass over the middle, and that's just one reason why Tiberius Bovine is just what they call the GOAT around the SFL as far as tight ends go, and that time they showed his worth right there.
Las Vegas comes in as the 10.5-point underdog in this game, 52.5 over under on this ball game. So expect about 25 points per these teams. Big hit in the backfield as Scott Johnson got the handoff to the left side, and Kevin Brackett met him in the backfield for a loss.
Yeah, Kevin Brackett just blew that play up. He has 32 tackles as of this ball game, and that just adds to it, and he just flies around, and that time no exception.
3rd and short, first third down of this ball game. Joseph Green under center. Quick drop, 3-step drop, pump fake. Green's going to take the shot down the middle of the field. Pass is going to be knocked away. Mark Lopez there to tip it away for the Legion.
Yeah, Mark Lopez was right there with a hand on it, and looked like Joseph Green might have saw something he liked, but unfortunately Mark Lopez closed the gap and just knocked that down, incomplete.
Yeah, I don't think the safety quite bit on the pump fake, as Green maybe was trying to free something up, get somebody to move, took the shot downfield and fell incomplete. So a quick drive, 3 and out for the Fury as Vancouver's going to get the ball here. Las Vegas punter Dustin McRack going to be able to get this one away. Good hang time on this kick for almost 4.5 seconds in the air. Returner Chris Curtis brings this one out to the left side, gets it out to about the 27-yard line.
It was a pretty good punt. Just the hang time alone, gave the gunning team and special teams a chance to get down there and cover that punt very well. And that takes it to Vancouver on their own 27-yard line to start this drive.
Now Tom Pepper going to go under center for the Legion. 3 wide receivers set. Going to be a handoff stretch play right side to Robert Redford's going to get blown up in the backfield as Las Vegas brings the pressure. A.K. Jones on the outside from the edge position, able to get in there and make the play.
A.K. Jones really just swallowed up the running back right there. Robert Redford had nowhere to run, and that's exactly what Las Vegas needs. They need to funnel the running back into this line to stop it before it starts.
Another 3 wide receiver set for the Legion. Nickel defense for the Fury. Quick drop from Pepper. Fires over the middle. Pass knocked away. The linebacker was there to knock it away, and that's Lynn Shady, the veteran, able to get a hand on it.
The vet right there just was in perfect position, didn't bite on anything, and just stood strong, got a hand on the ball. Almost looked like it might get picked off and go the other way, but unfortunately not. But great incompletion by the defense.
So a 3rd and long for Vancouver. I think if any team prefers to be in these passing situations, it is Tom Pepper. Alone in the shotgun, 3 wide receivers to his left. Las Vegas brings pressure with the linebacker 4-man rush. Pepper throws outside. It's going to be intercepted by Las Vegas. Merrick Itera, one-on-one with Brett Killian, able to steal that one away from the Legion.
There we go. And we had talked about it earlier, the passing offense of Vancouver against the passing defense of Las Vegas. And this time, Las Vegas comes away with that little victory of this war. And that time, Merrick Itera, I believe that is his first interception of this campaign.
Why don't we introduce the Vancouver defense really quick? Achilles Papatanas, Mike Coverson are the defensive ends, Gerald Giudice, the defensive tackle, linebackers Josh Farnsey and Kevin Brackett. Flag on the play as Scott Johnson breaks it out to the left side, gets met by a couple of defenders after a first down carry. We'll see what the penalty flag on the field is, and we'll round out the defense with Kyler Murray, Ashley Rose Finch, and Dean Maddox at cornerback, Major Key and Mark Lopez at free safety, and strong safety is Drew Hamilton. So got to Vancouver to jump off sides. Scott Johnson got the first down carry of about 12 yards, so the penalty was declined, and the chains will move for the Fury.
Yeah, that time they had the opportunity for a free play, and they said, we don't need your free play. We'll just use this play, and they picked up a healthy chunk of yards.
Yeah, getting closer to the SFL red zone now are the Fury. 3 wide receivers set for Joseph Green. Stretch play right side for Scott Johnson. Got a blocker on the outside, makes a move. Another 12-yard gain down at the 18-yard line.
So far, the blocking has been phenomenal for Las Vegas early, and they've been opening some pretty hefty lanes for this running back unit to get through. Scott Johnson just exploding right there for a nice chunk of yards, and we'll see if this continues throughout this ball game.
Green goes into the shotgun split backfield, twins to the left side. Vancouver in a base 4-3 defense, it looks, and a draw play up the middle. Goes for, call it, 2 yards on that one. Josh Farnsey in on the tackle.
That time, the blockers got no push, and we saw the result, and that was a no gain by Scott Johnson. And just, we'll have to watch that battle intensely because it's going to be a war up there up front.
From the 17-yard line, stretch play left side. Couldn't quite seal the edge. A-Star Miramontes tried to get the block, but a great effort by Kevin Brackett there on the edge to make the play.
And that's about the 3rd time we've called Gary Brackett's name today, and it's been just all effort by Kevin Brackett to just be busting up plays all over the field, and that's just another one that we called.
Now another 3rd and long for Las Vegas. Green's going to be in the shotgun here. Surveys the field, moving around left side, throws it, passes, caught by, that's Mason Kirby on the left side. Able to get out at the 6-yard line. I'm sorry, that was Doug Britton on the left side. Pushed out at the Vancouver 6-yard line inside the SFL red zone with just over 7 minutes remaining here, Wade.
Great just pocket presence by Joseph Green to kind of get out when he needed to and throw on the run and complete the pass. And just Doug Britton, that he has 9 receptions up until this point, so that makes it 10. Just great pass completion.
Now Scott Johnson's going to get the carry. Drags a couple of defenders forward. They're going to say it was no gain on the play.
You know, even though it was no gain, they've been able to stay balanced and have been fairly effective both running and passing in the early going.
Yeah, Las Vegas coming into the game, averaging 58 rushing yards a game, averaging 303 yards through the air. Vegas has yet to get a rushing touchdown on the season. Looks like they're committing to one here. Left side, stretch play, and Johnson's going to get dragged down now at the 2-yard line.
Yeah, they were close right there. They're just getting a whiff of this end zone, and they want it, and they want it by any means necessary. That time they tried to get it through the run game, just couldn't quite get enough push to get them over the into the end zone. But right there, if they stick with it, they might have a chance.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to plan to hand it off to Scott Johnson here. Power I formation. Vancouver looks like they have a goal line. They stuff the middle, and Scott Johnson powers forward. And stop. They're going to mark him at the goal line, Wade. Kevin Brackett in again to make another fantastic play for the Legion defense.
And there we say it again. Kevin Brackett comes up huge, and that time I'm almost challenge that, but they're gonna try to pick up 3. But man, I would challenge that. That was so dadgum close.
Yeah, so close, and you only get so many timeouts and challenges anyways, and on a play like that, it really could change the influence of the game. Great stand by Vancouver. The snap is in. Field goal attempt is good from 17 yards. So the turnover, Wade, the interception by Merrick Itera leads to the 3 points for Las Vegas, but you got to give credit to Vancouver for a great defensive stand on a short field and at the goal line.
Absolutely, to show some resilience and come up with what's essentially a stop on the 1 yard line that holds Las Vegas to only 3 points when, they were so close to getting a 6-point lead.
Yeah, and Vancouver is definitely one of the teams they're gunning for the end zone. They're not trying to settle for 3 points, and you just have you got to be happy that you have points off turnover, but you have to feel a little like you left a little bit on the plate there. Chris Curtis returns this one out to the Vancouver 24-yard line. That's where we're going to see Tom Pepper in this Vancouver Legion's second attempt on offense. And let's introduce the Vegas defense while we have an opportunity. Mike Baker and Christopher Colon are the defensive ends. Rhett Sawyer and A.K. Jones are the defensive tackles. Linebackers Eric Davis and Slyn Shady. Corners Chris Magel and Merrick Itera. Safeties Nicky Colantrelli and Tom Krieg, as well as strong safety Max Jackson. Pepper going to fire this one underneath, short route, and the receiver's able to get 8 yards out of it.
Yeah, took that and got some yards after catch, and that's exactly what Vancouver loves to do, get those wide receivers in a seam, and they just can explode. They have Kendra Hall, who is just number 1 in yards and number 2 in yards per reception, so they have some dangerous threats.
Second short. Pepper under center. Redford, the lone back. Counter play, left side. Redford has the blockers and the first down, just enough to get there. Call it at the Vancouver 35-yard line.
Which we can, it's almost a guarantee that Vancouver sees the same stuff we do, as in Las Vegas is very, very stout against the pass. So if they can lean on reliable Robert Redford, they will be in a good position, because Robert Redford is no slouch.
Redford coming into the game with 263 yards on the ground. Pepper, risky throw over the middle, looking for Kendra Hall, but threw right into the hands of linebacker Eric Davis.
And you were saying something about Robert Redford right there?
Yeah, Robert Redford coming into this game has 263 yards on the ground, which is good for 9th overall, averaging 5.1 yards per carry.
Yeah, he is a dual threat for sure. You can't just lean on stopping the run with him, because he can just spring out of the backfield for a reception.
And 29 receptions on the season for Redford as well, which is good for 4th overall in the SFL. Pepper going to unleash a deep shot down left side and is caught. Brett Killian, a huge play, tackled down at the Las Vegas 39-yard line.
And there it is, just another one of these weapons for Vancouver. They've just got them all over the field, whether it be Brett Killian, Kendra Hall, Chris Curtis, the tight ends, and James Walters and Dan Daly. They just have weapons all over the field. And Tom Pepper loves to target multiple of his dangerous weapons a game.
Yeah, he has 2 receivers this season in the top 5 in receiving yards, as Redford on that stretch play loses a couple of yards, but Kendra Hall is the leading receiver in the SFL coming into the ball game with 484 yards, and right behind Kendra at number 3 is Brett Killian with 432 yards through 3 weeks of this season. Against the gun a little bit here, 2nd and 12. Pepper's going to bunch 3 receivers to his left side. A short drop, checks down to Redford out of the backfield. Is going to spin upfield, and a gain of about 4.
Yeah, that time he got another call and picked up a few, but that time Las Vegas stood strong and only gave up just a very small portion of yards. But that time Vancouver tried to lean on the old reliable Robert Redford, just couldn't quite pick up a first down.
Pepper alone in the shotgun, throws over the middle. Defensive tackle almost tipped it, but the safety able to jump in front of it. Another interception for Vancouver. And as one of the game's key notes, Wade, we said that Las Vegas is one of those teams that really likes teams to throw on them. That's one of their strengths is passing defense. And here they are showing up early in this ball game. Nicky Colantrelli now has an interception in this one.
You're absolutely right. We talked about it, and it's coming to fruition because Las Vegas loves to sit back there and lull you into a sense of security, and then you just at the split second they just jump in front of a ball. They've got the ball and they're just charging down the field, and it's hard to stop.
Already with 3 points off turnovers, we're going to see if Las Vegas can take this one down and get more points and extend this lead. Joseph Green, 3 wide receivers, a quick drop, out route, left side is caught, turns upfield for a 9-yard gain. John Blades now with his first reception in the ball game.
John Blades has 18 receptions up until this point, 252 yards and a touchdown. And that time they gave him a 9-yard pickup. And really, Joseph Green, as well as Tom Pepper, love to spread it around. And really, I'll be interested to see who Joseph Green kind of leans on as his favorite target.
Second and short, handoff goes for nothing. Up the middle to Scott Johnson. Kevin Brackett here early in this ball game, stacking up the tackles.
Absolutely. That's about the 6th time we've called his name just in and around a play, whether he's tackling or just around it. And that's, they're going to lean heavily on that because he has just made a very large impact today.
Wade, Las Vegas coming out again in the power I formation. Looks like they're committed to getting Scott Johnson going. Stretch play right side, runs over a defender. Big play for Scott Johnson. Out and tackled down at the Vancouver 37-yard line.
Scott Johnson seemed to have eaten his Wheaties today because they, like you said, they are leaning heavily on him. And so far it has paid off. And that time picked up over 10 yards and just bulldozing through people and just shaking off tackles. Just great blocking all around on that play and just a phenomenal run to set up this drive deep in Vancouver territory.
Yeah, I think Vegas is taking a little bit of the opposite strategy what I would think of them, but they're taking the air out of the football. Keeping the ball on the ground with Scott Johnson is probably not the worst idea. Keep the ball out of the Vancouver Legion's offense's hand and really try to take control of the time of possession in this ball game. First down carry for Scott Johnson goes for nothing. Josh Farnsey there to make the tackle.
And you're absolutely right, because the more they run, they'll keep probing and finally find a seam like they did on that one of those last plays where they picked up a big chunk of yards, and that time they can just keep trying to find those weaknesses.
Green, a 3-step drop, fires out to the right side across his body for the lefty, there, as Doug Britton, the recipient of that target, gets about 4 yards.
Another thing that running the ball does, it gives Vancouver less time, but also if Vancouver can maintain the lead, it forces Vancouver to have to throw and play into Las Vegas's strength, and that is, the passing defense.
Now 3rd and 6, Green looks across the middle, pass is going to be intercepted by Vancouver. Josh Farnsey jumps in front of that one and takes this one away from the Fury.
That time, a great defensive coverage by the linebacker. Just jumped that route and just picked that ball off. I didn't think he would come down with it, but just great job to read that ball. And Willie Mays style catch that ball. Just a great defensive play by Vancouver. And now they get the ball back and are driving in a dangerous spot at their own 21, but that's something they'd get off a touchback. So.
Yeah, avoided giving up any points off the turnover. Both of these teams looking pretty aggressive here early, Wade. Tom Pepper going to go under center. 3 wide receivers. 7-step drop. Pepper going to throw to the left side. Out route's caught. And for more than a first down, dragged down at the Vancouver 37-yard line is the tight end Dan Daly, his first reception here in this ball game.
That looked like a very dangerous pass that I thought was going to be intercepted for a pick 6, but that time Dan Daly comes down with it and picks up a few yards after the catch. And they needed that, and it's just another way that they can keep driving down this field, and they're going to use every weapon that they have to try to keep marching down the field.
And I really don't think that Slim Shady could have covered that route any better. I mean, He was right there on the hip, of Dan Daly. It was just it's like clockwork with these two, Dan Daly and Tom Pepper. It's just, it was like a well-oiled machine getting it over the top of Slim Shady's head. But I mean, that's a tough task for anybody, even a safety. But Slim Shady could have did a better job there. Penalty flag on the play. Looked like Las Vegas jumped off sides on what would have been otherwise a loss of yards on the play. But we're going to move this one forward as Vancouver's going to accept the penalty.
Yep. Las Vegas bailed out Vancouver right there, like you said, and they had the free play, and Vegas took care of the free play deal, but unfortunately still lose 5 yards.
So Las Vegas here at home is 0-3 on this season. Again, Vancouver coming into this ball game 3-0. But at home, Las Vegas seems to be the kryptonite, as at the end of the first quarter, Vegas is leading 3-0. We're going to take a quick commercial break. I'm Stephen Hacker. He's Wade Phillips. We are the Simulation Football League. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Silver State Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada. The Fury with the 3-0 lead, but Vancouver hands off to Redford down the left side, and he gets a great gain down to the Las Vegas 46-yard line. Here with I'm Stephen Hacker, here with Wade Phillips, producer Cameron Irvine, and on stats for us tonight is Justin Reside. Quite a first half, a couple of turnovers, both teams aggressive, but not really able to get into the end zone. The one field goal by Las Vegas, Wade.
Yeah, and we had spoken before about how this is kind of a clash of styles, with one liking to pass, one liking to stop the pass, and it's so far lived up to that bill.
Now Pepper with the first down is going to drop back to throw right side. Kendra Hall is open, and a first down for that was Chris Curtis on the reception, as Two Spoons able to get a nice first down for the Legion.
Yeah, that time Chris Curtis finally got his name called again, and really it just boggles my mind how many weapons Vancouver has and how they use them, and they really seem to use them to the best of their abilities, and it's really something to watch.
From the Las Vegas 30-yard line, Tom Pepper in the shotgun. Redford sidecar left, thrown underneath, passes caught James Walters, has 9 yards on the reception.
That adds to his total reception yards, and came into this ball game with 3 receptions for 16 yards, and that just adds to it. And Vancouver just continues to march down the field, and now are in deep in Las Vegas territory.
Pepper and the Legion in the power I formation. Redford changes directions and just goes north-south down to the Fury 16-yard line. And if you're new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game into one. Team strategies are being executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, visit our website at simulationfl.net. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy. Pepper now from the 16-yard line, thrown right side, out route caught by Dan Daly for a gain of 5 yards.
And that's just another target to the tight ends. They love targeting these tight ends. That they've up until this ball game combined for 15 receptions, and that's just another one here today. And really, they're big targets in 6'5", both of them, and so they can really make things happen in the red zone.
Single back spread for Tom Pepper. Short drop, another out route. Not enough room on the right side as Dan Daly was the intended target, but his feet were out of bounds on the reception.
They tried to target him again that time. Like you said, just couldn't quite get the feet in bounds. Had to stretch out into the sideline to make that catch. And just if they can keep this up, they are going to find some holes in this Las Vegas defense, you would think, because they've got just too many weapons that are too big to just stop every time.
Pepper, 7 of 12 in this ball game. Has the 2 interceptions. We'll see if he can find pay dirt here. Throws over the middle. Kendra Hall, not able to secure the target. Bounces off the hands. Is Nikki Colantrelli able to get in there and time it perfectly to knock it away?
That time, Las Vegas D did the job they came here to do. Got the stop, and now Vancouver has to do their own field goal try. But that time, great job by Las Vegas to bend, not break, and to really stop this Vancouver offense from getting into pay dirt.
Now Vancouver going to send their field goal unit on. Going to be about a 30-yard field goal attempt here. 8.5 minutes remaining in this second quarter. Good snap, good hold. Kick is through from 28 yards officially, and Vancouver has tied this ball game up. Wade, and looking up at the over/under on this ball game, 52.5 this far through the second quarter, and we've only got a total of 6 in this one.
Yeah, I mean, that is just way under, and that's something to definitely watch, because if it's that large of a discrepancy between the two, that's something to watch in this ball game and see how this turns out.
Yeah, you would expect these two teams to really put up points. Vancouver's coming into this game second in scoring in the SFL. They finished that drive. It was a 10-play, 73-yard, capped off by that 28-yard field goal. Big shout out to Justin Reside for that. As Las Vegas returns the kick out to the 34-yard line. So on special teams, Wade, Vegas is getting a little bit of an edge, starting generally about their own 33-yard line. Vancouver typically starting from about their own 24, 28. So a little bit of a difference in average starting field position.
Absolutely. And that we'll see how big of an edge that gives them.
Now Joseph Green going to go under center with 3 wide receivers. Scott Johnson, the lone back. 5-step drop. Green evades, tries to throw it down to Scott Johnson, but the pressure got there, and Mike Coverson on the pressure forces the incomplete pass.
Yeah, Mike Coverson got in there. Big 6'7", 270 for Mike Coverson. He got in there, got a hand in the face, got a hand on Joseph Green, and got that ball to be thrown incomplete. So job well done.
Green, early in his career, just 99 yards away from getting to the 1,000-yard mark. Green back to throw, moving around, pressure's there, and sack for an 8-yard loss. Gerald Giudice is going to get the sack on this one.
Yeah, Gerald Giudice gets the sack right there, his second of the season, and that is I believe the 12th sack given up by Las Vegas by their offensive line. And Joseph Green just is not going to have a great day if he is, constantly under pressure back there and doesn't have any time to throw.
Yeah, and the offensive line definitely going to have to give him time here on this 3rd and long. The routes really need time to develop. They applied pressure on the bottom of the screen, but Joseph Green looks left side, passes caught, diving play made by John Blades, gets the first down out to the Vancouver 48-yard line. Wade, what a catch that was.
Just wow. Joseph Green had a defender in his face, had to get rid of it at the last possible moment, and did just the most perfect ball to the receiver, and just where he could only catch it. Perfect play to pick up that first down.
Yeah, Vancouver applied the pressure there on 3rd down, and Vegas gambled, and it pays off big for him. Scott Johnson on first down, drives forward for 6 yards.
Yeah, they're still staying balanced as much as they can right there, and picked up 6 on that little run play up the middle. And if they can keep this up, they've stayed balanced as much as they can, and they have been fairly effective. And so if they can keep this up, they are going to be a problem today.
Johnson with 12 carries, 54 yards. Joseph Green, 51 yards through the air. Give Scott Johnson one more on the day with that carry. And Go ahead and tack on another tackle for Josh Farnsey. This linebacking duo for Vancouver, Wade, really keying in on Scott Johnson and having a nice game.
They are a couple of linebackers that have played together for a little bit, at least, 2 seasons, and they've really shown that they've been playing very good football today.
Now Green moves around in the pocket left side, fires across the middle. Pass is going to be caught for a first down. Dragged down at the 26-yard line is Doug Britton.
Looked like Joseph Green might have had a few targets that were fairly open, but picked the most open one and picked up enough to pick up the first down. And now they're driving and are firmly in Vancouver territory and are threatening to at least get a field goal.
6 yards from the SFL red zone. 6 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Green with a 5-step drop, throws over the middle. Pass is caught. Doug Britton now with 4 reception in this ball game and another first down for the Fury.
That was a great route run by Doug Britton, and also the strength after the catch to kind of bust through a few tackle attempts to pick up just an extra few yards that gets them even closer. And now they're on the 14-yard line, so 10 yards gets them on the 4. So we'll see what they can do here.
And officially on that big John Blades catch on that third down, Joseph Green did go over 1,000 yards passing for his young career, just 4 games into the season. Now Scott Johnson down at the 5-yard line, 9-yard gain for the running back.
Tell you what, Scott Johnson has really exploded today. Up until this point, he hasn't had the most success on the ground, but today has had a fairly good game.
Now twins to the left for Joseph Green. Scott Johnson's going to take it right side. A little bit of misdirection there by the Fury and stopped at the 2-yard line, but they're going to get a first and goal for that nice carry from Johnson.
Yeah, now they get at least 3 tries to punch it in, but you'd think possibly go for it if you're risky, but, hey, they at least have a chance to pull ahead on a field goal.
Vancouver did make that early goal line stand in this ball game that forced Las Vegas to settle for that field goal. We'll see if Vancouver can muster up the strength for another one. No, sir. Scott Johnson, wide open, runs right through the gap for a Las Vegas touchdown.
That was just a huge hole set up by A-Star Miramontes in the line as well. So just Scott Johnson could have just walked into the end zone right there and really just punched it in as emphatically. And now they've pulled ahead by 6, looking to add a 7th point on there. And now Las Vegas in the driver's seat.
Yeah, it looks like Las Vegas really wanted to focus on Scott Johnson here in this ball game, and I think it's working out really well for them. Vancouver has been struggling all game to put up points, and Scott Johnson's just kind of milking away the clock, putting up yards and getting points. As the extra points up and good, 7-point lead for the Fury, following that 9-play, 45-yard drive, capped off with a 3-yard rushing touchdown by Scott Johnson.
Yeah, and really, Las Vegas is playing into their own strengths, and now it's up to Vancouver. They've got to kind of sling it around and try to put points on the board in the touchdown variety, but now Las Vegas can really try to control this game.
Curtis moves this one out to the left side, tackled down at the Vancouver 25-yard line. 4 minutes, 20 seconds remaining here in the first half of this ball game. And one thing that I've kind of been keeping my eye on, Wade, is, it seems like Pepper kind of gets into these rhythms where he starts out real slow and methodical, looking underneath, finds some out routes, and then all of a sudden he takes the deep shot on a post or something, and it leads to a turnover. So we'll see if they can dink and dunk their way down the field or if they continue to stay aggressive. Twins to the left side. Pepper hands off Redford. Redirects to the right side. Breaks a couple of tackles. Slim Shady breaks that tackle too. Robert Redford gonna go for 75 yards on this play. Look at the burst of speed from the running back.
Just wow. I mean, quicker than a hiccup. He took off. Who needs passes? Just hand it to Robert Redford, and he'll take off in one play and then score you a touchdown. I mean, we were talking about Vancouver needing to sling it down the field, but shoot, they just handed it off to Robert Redford. He breaks 2 tackles, drags a man, and ends up in the end zone. I mean, how about that? That is a response right there.
And you know, he's just one of those game-changing backs, like we've been talking about. You know, through the air, on the ground, it's just put the ball in his hands, and he's going to do something spectacular, just like that. And what all it takes is Vancouver one play, and they basically tied this ball game up. You know, pending the extra point, but they just have that quick strike ability. And that time, you know, I don't find any irony in the fact that they had to do it on the ground because, you know, Las Vegas has really been taking away these passing options for Vancouver. So Robert Redford stepped up in a huge way there for the Vancouver Legion.
Absolutely. It was a great change by the Vancouver offense to really make a perfect play call. The blockers worked in harmony with Robert Redford, and then Robert Redford made it happen by breaking tackles, and now they're right back in this ballgame. We have a brand new ballgame, basically 0-0 at this point.
Visit the Simulation Football League website at simulationfl.net for info on how to create a player, to join our community and the league and the teams that play in it, and a comprehensive history of the SFL. It's over 1,500 games, and it's thousands of players who have hit the virtual field. The Simulation Football League, 17 seasons strong. Doug Britton on the return gets this one out to the Las Vegas 41-yard line, so really nice starting field position for the Fury here.
Yeah, you had said it earlier about Las Vegas really having much better field position to start their drives, and that is no exception right there as they get it past the 40-yard line. And really, Vancouver has had kind of just unfortunate field position, but Las Vegas just granted a beautiful set of possession.
Green's going to be in the shotgun. Scott Johnson sidecar left. Quick drop back. Pressure's coming. Greens evades the one guy, but eventually gets brought down by Gerald Judasesi. And, you know, Joseph Green just running for his life in the backfield back there, Wade.
Yeah, he had to just beat that first man. Thought he got free, but then Gerald Judasesi just says, nope, come over here, fella, and brought him down. And that's Vancouver's defense coming up big in a very vital spot.
Achilles Papatonis coming off the edge there. Joseph Green did a great job to evade that one, but just too much pressure coming from the Legion front seven. Now Green with the quick drop, throws left side, gets it out of his hands very quickly on that one. About a 4-yard gain.
Yeah, they got it. They got it out, got it complete, and picked up some yards to John Blades, and they needed that. But unfortunately, Las Vegas has to dig deep and pick up at least 12 right here to stay alive in this drive.
Yeah, third and very long, 3rd and 12. Vegas is 4 for 7 on first downs here in this ball game. 7 first downs gained. We'll see what they draw up. Green's going to step up in the pocket. Looks like a holding flag is down, and the deep shot down the middle of the field is going to be tipped away by Mark Lopez.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what the referee calls on this penalty, and we'll see what he calls.
Clipping, number 75, offense.
Interesting.
R62 is going to say that, yeah, again, it's going to be a cut block coming up the middle, I guess. And so they're going to, Vancouver's going to decline it since the result of the play favors them. Las Vegas going to bring out Dustin McRack to punt this one away.
Yeah, and now Vancouver gets the ball again and can have a chance to try to punch their first lead of the ball game.
Really want to watch the leg on McRack here. If anybody can pin him inside their own 20, it's going to be this guy. Not going to angle towards the sideline, going to boot it with the full leg. Fielded at the 17-yard line, returned out to the Vancouver 20-yard line, so Chris Curtis gets a couple yards on that return. Nice punt from the special teams unit of the Fury.
Absolutely, and that was a big boot. I mean, that was, I want to say it was 4.3 seconds in the air, so that gives your gunners plenty of time to get down there as they did and stop the return man.
Quick strike offense for the Legion happened on their last drive. We'll see what they draw up here. Kendra Hall down the middle. Post route is there for a gain of 15.
Kendra Hall is just unbelievable when she gets that ball, because up to this game was averaging 30.3 yards per reception. She's gone down a little bit this ball game, but hey, every time she touches the ball, she is explosive and can break a touchdown in a hurry. So Las Vegas has done a great job limiting her receptions and just damage after the reception.
Indra Hall going to be the receiver at the very top of the screen there on the right side. Brett Killian in the slot. I formation for the Legion. Handoff Robert Redford left side. They're going to mark him down at the line of scrimmage. Good effort, good push by the Fury front seven. And Merrick Itera coming over from the cornerback position to make the play.
You have it right, partner. Great push by Las Vegas to get in there and stop the run, because last time Vancouver ran the ball, Robert Redford just now stopped running. So, yeah, they did a great job there.
Pepper deep drop, fires left side. Brett Killian's going to have this one. Itera couldn't get the hand on it. We've reached a 2-minute warning here in the second quarter. Tie ball game 10-10, Silver State Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada. We are the Simulation Football League, and we are going to take a quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back. Two-minute offense for the Vancouver Legion here on the road in Las Vegas, Nevada. 32 yards to the end zone for Vancouver. Trips bunch to the left side for Tom Pepper. Robert Redford, the lone back. Las Vegas in a nickel defense. Pepper going to fire this one quickly to the right side. Dan Daly able to turn upfield on the out route. Gets the first down, pushed out of bounds at the Fury 19-yard line.
Right there, they ran the 2-minute drive drill to perfection by catching that route, picking up the yards, and then getting out of bounds, and that stops the clock. So Vancouver continues to drive and meanwhile keep this clock stopped.
Now 3 wide receivers for Tom Pepper. From the 19-yard line inside the SFL red zone, Redford right side, stretch play, and Slyn Shady said, "Not this time, you're not getting away from me." Nice tackle by the linebacker.
Yeah, that was pretty good blocking. Just that last block broke down, and Robert Redford got tackled by Slyn Shady, as you said, and really Las Vegas did a great job to stop Robert Redford and not let him pick up that first down.
Redford already flirting with the century mark here in this ballgame. Had the 75-yard touchdown just a couple of drives ago. Pepper on a 7-step drop, steps up in the pocket, throws left side for Dan Daly, who can't quite come up with the diving catch. It looked like Vegas blitzed the linebackers on a delayed blitz and gave Pepper a little bit of time to throw, a little bit more field to survey, but good coverage there on the left side by the safety, Tom Krieg.
Yeah, like you said, when they brought the blitz, it kind of opened up the field a little bit for the receivers. But at the same time, those linebackers that were blitzing and the line finally got to Tom Pepper and almost brought him down, but got it out and just was almost a disaster. But fortunately, just incomplete.
Yeah, Pepper definitely has some of the highest confidence in the SFL. Trust that his arm can do things that other quarterbacks in the league can't. As you see there, thrown into double coverage and down to the right sideline. Nobody's going to catch him. Tom Krieg going to end up with about a 94-yard interception. Oh, no. No, he gets in there. Oh, man, almost got tackled, though. Great effort by Robert Redford, but Tom Krieg, 94-yard interception return for the Fury.
Wow. And Robert Redford just absolute Usain Bolt speed, getting down there and almost plays hero and gets the tackle. But, man, Tom Krieg getting the just long touchdown interception. And that was absolutely what Las Vegas needed right there to, get the takeaway and score. And now they are in a position to take that lead into halftime.
Yeah, I think you got to look at the throw by Tom Pepper as the main reason for that play. I mean, he trusted his arm a little too much. Two defenders there on the receiver, and that's what happens. Extra point almost blocked by Vancouver, but it's up and good now. Las Vegas takes a 7-point lead with 1:03 remaining here in the first half. Wade, and going in, with that last Vancouver touchdown, you felt like maybe going into half it was going to be a 0-0 game, but Las Vegas really changes the tide of this ball game. And I believe they're going to get the ball back. No, Vancouver kicked off, so Vancouver's going to get the ball back at the half. So I was going to say, man, if Las Vegas got the ball back at half, that's a real big opportunity for them to extend the lead even more. But we'll see what happens. Chris Curtis on this kick return out at the Vancouver 28-yard line. So 3 timeouts for Vancouver here, Wade, and just 1 minute remaining.
Yeah, they've got those 3 timeouts, and like you said, we thought it would go into half at 0-0 essentially, but now Las Vegas up what's essentially 7-0, but Vancouver has 3 timeouts and can do many things.
Shotgun split backfield. Out route for Kendra Hall is there, 9 yards, and she scampers out of bounds. Only 2 receptions here in this ball game for Kendra Hall, but a dangerous target anytime she catches it and gets 9 yards on that one.
Absolutely right there, Steven, because they've targeted her 5 times, only 2 receptions, but hey, anytime she gets it, she is a threat to score every single time. And that time, 9 yards, get out of bounds, exactly what they needed.
Yeah, saves the timeout, makes it a second manageable. 1 wide receiver out there, that's Brett Killian at the bottom of the screen. Redford gets the carry, runs up the middle, spins, got a convoy ahead of him. Only 1 man can stop him. Krieg is going to try. No, Redford gets into the end zone and ties the ball game back up, Wade.
Wow, back and forth we go, and now we're essentially going to be 1 extra point away from being a 0-0 ball game again. And that time, Robert Redford uses a spin cycle and then just was 1, 2, 3 and a cloud of dust. And Tom Krieg was the only person that could catch him. But we saw in that interception, I think Robert Redford is quite a few hands faster than Tom Krieg.
And in the chat, Twitch chat, Simulationfl Twitch chat, Siege Falco says, I told you it was going to be a crazy game. And so far, he's not lying. This has been a wild game. Some high-powered scoring. Some dynamite plays, some replay, top 10 replay worthy touchdowns in this ball game, Wade, and it's been electric, and it's been a great call so far.
Yeah, and we had said earlier in this half about how it was 3-3 and the over-under is at 52.5, and now that number's slowly getting closer.
And that was with 8 minutes remaining, I think, in the second quarter here, Wade. And so just like that, 28 points on the board, and we're that much closer to that 52.5.
Yeah.
Vegas, interestingly enough, Vegas has 3 timeouts here, and Vancouver only took about 13 seconds off the clock, I believe, on their last drive, or about 15 seconds off the clock on that last drive, and so they left Vegas with some time here.
Yeah, and Vegas, if they can get something going, they can, try their absolute best to put some points on the board. And really, Vancouver might, with that, might have done themselves a little dirty by scoring so fast that Las Vegas has plenty of time plus 3 timeouts left. So,
yeah, they don't have to stretch the field. They can look underneath, maybe even hand off to Scott Johnson a couple of times. Scott Johnson is single back, split to the right. A bit of a traditional set here from the Fury, and it's a handoff. Scott Johnson up the middle, gets 4, and Las Vegas immediately calls their first timeout.
Yep, and I see what they're doing, kind of trying to, see if maybe they can get a mismatch and try to get something going up the middle. But that time, it seemed like Vancouver might have been kind of ready for it and stopped it after only 4 yards gained. But Las Vegas is trying to pull out all the stops and try to get these vital points.
Split back pro. Vancouver in a base 4-3 set here. No pressure on the outside on the receivers. Looks like they're going to give them all the cushion in the world. Another carry for Scott Johnson goes for 2. And now Vegas is going to hurry up in that split back pro. Green going to take a quick drop, fires out to the fullback out of the backfield. A-Star Miramontes has the first down, gain of 4 yards. I'm sorry, that was Scott Johnson out of the backfield, gets 4 yards in the first down. And Vegas going to stay in the hurry-up offense. A little bit more pressure from the defensive backs on this one. Green fires over the middle, pass incomplete. Couldn't quite connect with Mason Kirby.
Yeah, that time just couldn't get that quick hook up, but they picked up a few yards, got that first down, and now Las Vegas on their own 41 have some things that they can do, still have 2 timeouts, and really they can see that whole field in front of them and try to do something that picks them up quite a few yards to maybe get a field goal.
3 wide receivers now for Green. Vancouver only rushes 3. A little bit of an errant throw. Mark Lopez was the closest defender. John Blades was the closest receiver.
Yeah, it looked like the defense might have gotten close to Joseph Green, and he might have heard footsteps and got rid of the ball as soon as he could, and that time just wasn't on target, and it was just incomplete.
So not quite Hail Mary time yet. They can try to push for the first down. They still have the timeout, so maybe we'll see a post or an all slants here. Green is alone in the shotgun. Appears to be a dime set for the Legion. And out route right side is caught for the Fury. Can't quite get out of bounds, but they have the timeout. Stops the clock with 3 seconds down at the Vancouver 43-yard line.
Yeah, they flipped the field, and now they're in Vancouver territory at the 43. And really, that's exactly what they needed. They needed the first down, and then they could have, if they would have gotten that out of bounds to stop the clock, it would have been even better. But hey, they got the timeout, and now they're ever so close to sniffing pay dirt.
Yeah, Green over on the sidelines talking with head coach John Bond as he says, hey, Rook, just get out there, take your best shot, just give your receiver a chance at this one. Don't take the sack. Vancouver brings 4 in pressure. Green immediately moves around and going to get the sack as the clock expires here in the first half. We're going to go into the tunnels with a tie ball game, Wade.
Yep, and like you said, just the last thing you want's a sack, but got the sack, and now Vancouver can go into the locker room kind of feeling better about how this first half went, I'd say.
Yeah, definitely. It's anybody's ball game here at the Silver State Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada. Week 4 Simulation Football League action, and it's been a nail-biter. Vancouver coming in 3-0 on the season, looking to extend that to a 4-0 record. But Las Vegas traditionally at home against Vancouver is 3-0 all time. So Vegas is definitely shown that the history is staying true for the most part. Look at the time of possession. Scott Johnson carrying the load on the ground, even though Vancouver has the yards there. Vegas has played really good passing defense, and then Scott Johnson on the ground has really kept Vancouver's offense off the field, and it's led to this great game that we're calling, Wade.
Yes, it has. And really, like you saw the discrepancy in the total rushing yards, at least, Vancouver has twice as many rushing yards, but really it came off 2 plays, 2 Robert Redford giant chunks of yards that took, probably gained him, what would you say, 150 yards on 2 plays. But that's also why Las Vegas has had 4 or 5 more minutes of possession, because they've been getting consistent yardage by Scott Johnson, but they haven't had those splash plays that have gotten them 6, unlike their pickoff that went for 6.
Yeah, Krieg's pick 6 was really it's padded the scoreboard for Vegas, because Vegas is really taking the ball away from Vancouver, but they're coming up short. They're leaving a little meat on the bone as far as points go. And it's keeping Vancouver in this ball game. So, really, as far as the needle goes on this game, Vegas, it's leaning their way here at home, but they're shooting themselves in the foot, leaving Vancouver in this ball game, going into the half tied. Vancouver is one of those teams that will put up a lot of points. Again, coming into this game, they're second in the league in scoring, averaging over 30 points a game. So definitely not a position you want to give this team as an opportunity to take the lead on you coming into the half, because Vancouver is going to get the ball as we come out of the tunnels in this ball game, Wade.
Absolutely. And we've seen on at least 2 occasions so far for Vancouver that they can explode for a touchdown in just 1 play. I mean, that's all it takes. Robert Redford can just take that and just instantly cloud of dust and he's gone. Or like conversely, they could target one of their multiple weapons on the receiving core, but at the same time, Las Vegas has been pretty stout on the passing defense and has forced numerous takeaways.
So it will be interesting to see which side which side makes the proper adjustments as we're getting ready to take the field here. Great shot there of the Phoenix at Silver State Stadium here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Tie ball game. 52.5 over under. Vegas in this ball game is the 10.5 point underdog. I am Stephen Hacker along with Wade Phillips. Down in the stats truck is Justin Reeside. Back at SFL headquarters is Commissioner Producer Cameron Irvine. We get the second half going with the Chris Curtis kick return, this time out to the Vancouver 30-yard line. And that's where the Legion offense is going to take over here to start the second half, Wade.
Yep. And like you've said a few times before, Stephen, is Vancouver hasn't had the best starting field position today, whereas Las Vegas has had just great field position all day, it seems.
Yeah, definitely giving the quarterback Joseph Green some help there, making Tom Pepper earn every yard. Robert Redford going to be met in the backfield. Big play to start this second half. A.K. Jones with his second tackle for loss.
We saw him early in the first half make a tackle similar. That time, he got back there, and it looked like he might tackle the quarterback and the running back all at once.
And let's give a quick shout out to these coaching staffs and front offices. For Vegas, head coach John Bond, general manager is Slyn Shady, assistant GM is Rhett Sawyer. Pepper on second down throws over the middle to Kendra Hall. Pass is going to be incomplete. Las Vegas also has a director of player personnel and Doug Britton, offensive coordinator Michael Irvine, and defensive coordinator Tony Benefield, as well as scouts Scott Johnson and Doug Britton. On the Vancouver side, they have owner Andy Hamilton as well as head coach Andy Hamilton, general manager Michael Percoco, offensive assistant Mike Coverson, defensive assistant James Walters, and scouts as James Farnsey. Pepper on this third and long, deep shot left side, and tipped away from Brett Killian, and the Vancouver Legion come up short here to start this second half. Merrick Iteria on the coverage.
And we've called Merrick Itera's name a few times today, and that time batted that ball down, and now Las Vegas has the opportunity to get this ball back in what will quite possibly be fairly decent field position to start this drive.
Yeah, Itera, not really a guy you see a lot in man coverage, but really, a ball hawk when he's in the zone. One of those guys that does not shy away from the matchup when he's there, dropping back in that cover three. Vancouver going to punt this one away. Decent punt, 4-second hang time, and about a 2-yard return from Doug Britton gets it out to the Vegas 41. So again, Wade, good starting field position for the Fury.
Yeah, that's just another drive that they start inside or past their own 41-yard line. And so really Joseph Green has been the beneficiary of great field position pretty much every single drive.
Johnson split in the backfield alone to the right. 3 wide receivers for the Fury. Stretch play, that was to the left side. And Johnson able to truck a defender and still going on a 13-yard gain. Great second effort by Scott Johnson.
My goodness. I saw, I think, 6 Vancouver defenders in the vicinity of Scott Johnson on that play, and finally got through one. So there's 2 coming up behind him, then that guy. There was just every single Vancouver defender, it seemed, was around him, but he just kept breaking through people and picked up the first down. So absolutely brilliant play by Scott Johnson to pick up that first down.
And gets onto the other side of the 50. Now in Vancouver territory from the 46. Base 4-3 for the Legion. 2 tight ends on the field for the Fury, and twins to the right for Joseph Green. Takes a shot, post route down the middle, pass is caught. Mark Lopez delivers a big hit, but not before Mason Kirby is able to get the first down to the Vancouver 27-yard line.
That's exactly what Joseph Green needed right there. He led him perfectly, and Mark Lopez almost just lays him out, but almost could have separated the ball from him. But that time, great job by Mason Kirby to come down with the ball and get that first down.
Now a 3-3-5 from the Legion. Handoff Scott Johnson. No, that's A-Star Miramontes able to get the carry and a couple of yards as well.
A-Star, she gets her name called and picks up a few. And so, hey, love when the fullback gets involved. And that time, no exception, she gets, 4 or 5 yards right there. And now they just continue to drive down this field. And Las Vegas is looking at a fairly decent drive put together so far.
2nd and 5. Going to be a draw play, a dive play up the middle. And Scott Johnson fights forward for the first down. Marked down at the 16-yard line.
Great blocking right there by the Las Vegas offensive line, and Scott Johnson sprung through for that first down, and now they're on the Vancouver 16, and they're looking to put points on the board.
Joseph Green, only 6 incompletions in this ball game, 1 interception over the 100-yard mark. Throws this one, hit as he throws, and it leads to a floater, but John Blades, the only guy around the ball, able to secure the target and get about 8 yards on that one.
My goodness, Joseph Green just throwing up a prayer, and it comes down for the catch. And really, kudos to Vancouver for getting to him. Just better throw by Joseph Green to get it out and get it to the man.
Yeah, the arm strength to take the hit and still get it over there. He's a lefty throwing to the right side of the field, so the arm strength to get it over there was quite amazing. Now Twins to the left side, handoff right side to Scott Johnson. And only 1 yard marked down at the Vancouver 7, sets up a 3rd and 1.
The defense sealed that edge and did not let Scott Johnson turn that corner and go upfield. But good job by Vancouver to stop the run. But now Las Vegas has to put something together to get this first down.
And Vegas is really moving. Here they're picking up right where they left off in the first half. Green 5-step drop, slant route caught. Touchdown for the Las Vegas Fury, and it's A-Star Miramontes, the fullback, out of the backfield, making a play and getting her first touchdown of the season.
There she goes, getting her first touchdown of the season, and just I've said it before, I love when the fullback gets targeted because they're one of the undisputed heavyweights of football, whether they're throwing blocks or trying to clearing away for a block or running up the middle for a couple yards, but they are just the unsung heroes of football.
Yeah, and it's such a great opportunity when they get their chance to get into the end zone. It's always funny to see the ones that don't always get their opportunity, what kind of end zone celebration they get, and A-Star gave us one there. Extra point attempt for the Fury is up and good, 24-17. The Fury take a lead here early in the second half, Wade.
Yeah, and now Las Vegas responds to the stall drive by Vancouver with a couple points of their own, and now Vancouver has to respond. And you would think, are they going to lean on Robert Redford again like they have and have gotten big plays, or maybe has Las Vegas made an adjustment where they can stop Robert Redford from picking up those huge plays?
67-yard drive, took 7 plays, ending with the 9-yard touchdown reception to A-Star Miramontes. Chris Curtis able to return the kickoff to the 30-yard line. So 7 minutes remaining here in this third quarter. Now down 7, and again, it feels like Vegas has really kind of been in control. They're in control of their own destiny here, as they're just allowing Vancouver to stay in this ball game. We'll see if they can clamp down and maybe try to steal this one away from Vancouver here at home. We're going to be under center, Twins to the right, handoff, stretch play left side, and Redford's met in the backfield. Lynn Shady there to greet the running back.
And one thing that bears watching is, are the quick strike touchdowns by Vancouver going to be their kryptonite? As in, they got those points, but they did it so fast that it leaves Las Vegas with all this time to do so many things.
Redford, the lone back, split to the left side. Pepper with a quick drop and out route James Walters, able to get 5 yards on that one.
Picks up a reliable 5 yards for James Walters, and really he is Mr. Reliable. And that time, no exception, picked up 5, but Vancouver has to put up a first down so that they can keep their hopes alive. It's, semi-early in the third quarter, but you'd think that Las Vegas can just keep this snowball rolling down this hill and just pick up steam.
Vancouver 1 for 5 in this ball game on third down. We'll see what they come up with. Pepper, time to throw. Curtis down the middle, open, and tackle down at midfield. Move the chains for 2 spoons.
Chris Curtis is just a phenomenal receiver. He's a big target, but right there used his whole entire frame to catch that ball for a first down. They needed that desperately, and none bigger time than now. And now they're across the 50-yard line.
And Pepper has really looked good when he's taken those underneath shots. Getting the ball out of his hands quickly has been a recipe for success for them in this ball game. When they try to take those longer developing plays, they seem to lead to turnovers. Redford's going to get the carry here on first down, spins back to the middle, and gets about 4 extra yards out of that spin move. Call it a gain of 8.
Wow, Robert Redford is averaging 13.5 yards per carry, and we all know that it was off 2 plays that he picked up a lot of that average. But really, anytime he touches the ball, you almost hold your breath because he can make magic happen.
Brett Killian, the lone receiver, to the bottom of the screen. Redford going to get the carry and the first down, marked at the 37-yard line. Multiple Fury defenders there. Sorry, Wade, go ahead.
Oh, you're good, buddy. First down right there, and now Vancouver keeps driving and are in Las Vegas territory on the 37, close to the red zone, but now Las Vegas has to come up big with a stop on this drive.
Nickel defense for Las Vegas. Pepper under center. 5-step drop, time to throw. Curtis again on the slant route is there, and inside the SFL red zone for the Legion. Nicky Colantrelli there to help make the tackle.
And I'll tell you, Chris Curtis, just as soon as he got by that defender, you just knew things were going to happen. Put it in the perfect spot, Tom Pepper did. And that time, Chris Curtis took it, got the first down inside red zone, and now Vancouver is within shouting distance of the end zone.
Curtis now right about 50 yards on 3 receptions. Redford going to get the stretch play to the right side. Drags a defender for a 4-yard gain.
And it seems like this is just a little bit better clock management by Vancouver, just by nature of not having the splash play, but they're really kind of killing this clock a little bit and running down the clock so that Las Vegas doesn't have quite as much time as they did in that first half that Vancouver left them with time.
Redford's, flirting with 200 yards in this ball game. We'll see if he can get to that double century mark as Pepper fires this one out to the left side for Brett Killian, who has the reception short of the first down, marked out at the 12.
Brett Killian's averaged 20 yards per reception today, and that's absolutely something that, a quarterback can absolutely thrive on, because if you can complete a pass to a receiver for 20 yards every single time, that is just great stuff.
Single back for the Legion. Draw play, left side. Redford lowers his shoulder, able to get inside the 5-yard line. Called, marked right at the 5-yard line. And a fresh set of downs for the Legion.
Another first down, and another first down picked up by Robert Redford. It seems like we've called his names every time they've just done something spectacular today. And that time took it, broke a few tackles, and got down to the 5. And now what do we see here by Vancouver? Do they try to target the receivers, or do they lean on Robert Redford again and try to punch it into the end zone?
And Black Sphinx 81 in the chat, I see you. First and goal for the Legion. Split back. Pepper, 5-step drop. Time to throw back in the end zone. Kendra Hall, touchdown.
Was Kendra Hall, the ever reliable Kendra Hall, that just adds to her. That makes, I believe, 4 touchdowns for her this season, including today. So that is just another stat sheet stuffer for her. And now Vancouver an extra point away from tying this ball game, and Las Vegas has to do their best to try to get points back up. And really great drive by Vancouver to kind of kill this clock off. And it was a fairly long drive for them.
And the body awareness there for Kendra Hall, diving to be aware to drag that one toe, to get that last foot down, to maintain possession of that ball was a spectacular play for the Legion to tie the ball game up. And that's the kind of play that you expect out of her. She's making a name for herself as a big play receiver, And so when you see something like that, it's just the expectation for someone like Kendra Hall, a phenomenal receiver for the Legion offense. 10 plays, 62-yard drive, capped off by that 4-yard touchdown. Rakowski going to kick this one away. Much shorter kick, going to be fielded at about the 15-yard line. And Britton going to return this one out to the 34. No, I'm sorry, that's Max Jackson going to return this one out to the 34.
And what you were talking about, Kendra Hall, I mean, you almost have to expect this every ball game now. She's gotten to the point where it's almost expected where she's going to perform at a very high level each ball game.
Yeah, she's really wide receiver one material, but Vancouver has so many wide receiver one material options that she plays the number 2 spot for them. But really is a walking mismatch anytime out on the field, regardless of who's trying to line up against her. As Mason Kirby gets a big play for the Fury offense, marked down at the 46-yard line.
Yeah, it picks up a first down. That's exactly what they needed to extend this drive. And now Las Vegas it looks like in plus territory past the half line, midfield, and now Las Vegas can lean on their running back and try to kill some clock, or try to, what do you think? Go take a couple shots down deep, or just stick with what's working?
I think Joseph Green looks extremely composed, so I think that they need to stick with what's been working for him. A healthy mix of both. Run the ball and take the opportunity to pass when you can. A-Star Miramontes spins up the field, gets 6 yards on that nice carry.
Yeah, she showed some wiggle of the hips and really some elusiveness using the spin move, and great drive, great run, picks up 6, and now Las Vegas using everybody to pick up yards.
2nd 4. Power I formation for the Fury, brings out a base 4-3 for the Legion. Play action play, and passes complete out to the right side for a first down, marked out at the 33-yard line.
Like you said, partner, they've stayed balanced, and it's been very effective this second half. That time they led off with the run, and then that time play action picked up the first down. And so I've been very impressed by how Las Vegas has come out firing in the second half.
Yeah, and that balance, you have to think that the balance that the offense has shown has maybe increased that play action effectiveness, right? Whenever the defense sees that you might run the ball in maybe an obvious running situation, they might bite on it, and that play action worked for them. Scott Johnson on the first down reception, able to fight for 2 yards, marked down at the 31-yard line. Minute and a half remaining here in this third quarter, Wade. And I want to let everybody know about the SFL website at simulationfl.net, and you can check out the links to apparel from Sector 6, the official apparel provider of the Simulation Football League, and the SFL mini helmets from 97 Sports Promotion. Sector 6 provides replica team jerseys and completely customized jackets, flags, and t-shirts. As that pass down the middle was tipped away, Josh Farnsey almost had a chance at it. I think Austin, the linebacker, had a shot at it. John Blades was the intended target. The replica jerseys, you can get those from the website and get the gear the fans wear with Sector 6 and 97 Sports Promotions and the SFL. Now a 3rd and 8 for the Fury. It is maybe field goal range. It would be about a 48-yard field goal if they don't get any yards here. Green's going to be in the shotgun alone. 3 wide receivers at the bottom of the screen. Moves around, throws just over the head of the defender. Great throw by Joseph Green. Gets the first down, and that's Doug Britton on the reception.
That was just absolutely perfect throw. Just put enough zip on it to put it right over Ashley Rose Finch. And I believe that was Ashley Rose Finch. But either way, put it in the perfect spot to pick up that first down. I'll tell you what, Joseph Green has been playing very well for a rookie. He has not, knock on wood, not made the typical rookie mistakes, and has been playing very authoritative football.
It's twice in this ball game where the defender really couldn't have been in any better position. The quarterback just made a fantastic throw. Green on this one. Blades throws out to the left side to John Blades, who's going to get 6 yards before he runs out of bounds.
And, again, I can't say it enough. Joseph Green has been playing, good. He's been playing great football, but good enough to, not do anything to hinder their efforts, but really has kept them in this ball game. And it's been an effort between Scott Johnson and everybody on this offense really playing in tandem to stay in this ball game.
Yeah, I think the key, you're hitting right on it. Joseph Green's playing just as good as Tom Pepper in this ball game, and everybody's looking at Tom Pepper as the MVP frontrunner early in this ball game. Scott Johnson right side, able to drag a couple of defenders for the first down. Call it the 9-yard line inside the SFL red zone with just under 20 seconds remaining here in the third quarter, Wade.
Yeah, Scott Johnson took it right there and pick up enough to get a good chunk of yards. And now Las Vegas is going to go into this fourth quarter, it seems, with a good head on their shoulders and have a plan that has kept them, it's 24-24, so they've done a great job game planning today.
Vegas does not have to snap the ball, but they do anyways. Green back to throw, checks down to Scott Johnson, spins his way forward, and call it about a 4-yard gain on that one. And that's going to take us to the fourth quarter. Get your fours up in the chat. Simulation Football League Week 4 action from the Silver State Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada. Tie ball game 24-24. Going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. Start of the fourth quarter, the home team Las Vegas Fury tie ball game 24-24 against the away Vancouver Legion. Las Vegas with the ball here to start the fourth quarter inside the 5-yard line. It'll be second and goal for the Fury. Joseph Green's going to be under center in the I formation. 3 wide receivers, 1 split in pretty tight to the line of scrimmage. Going to be a handoff up the middle, met in the backfield. Scott Johnson loses a yard or two as Gerald Giudicetti made the play in the backfield.
Gerald Giudicetti just blew up the backfield, got back there, and just took down Scott Johnson for nothing happening. And that's absolutely something that Gerald Giudicetti lives on, just getting back there and breaking up plays in the backfield.
Split backfield, 3 wide receiver spread, brings out a 3-3-5 defense for the Legion. They blitz a linebacker, but Joseph Green stays cool in the pocket. But good coverage from the Legion as they're able to tip that one away and set up a 4th and goal.
I'll tell you, partner, he might have missed an open running back going to the left that might have been able to get into the end zone. But either way, they're going to have an opportunity to put points on the board. But that time, maybe a missed opportunity.
Yeah, I don't blame Green. The pressure came from right there in the middle and was maybe looking to dump it in where that blitzing linebacker might have left a gap, and I think that's where Green was looking and just couldn't quite make the play. It was a great effort by the Legion. When you're in close to the end zone like that, the field really shrinks down and those zones become a little bit tighter. They kind of squish down on you. But a 23-yard field goal for the Fury gives them a 3-point lead. And, again, Wade, Las Vegas has felt like they've been in control of this ball game the entire game. It's that they've let Vancouver stay in this ball game. So it'll be interesting to see now in the fourth quarter if Vancouver can try to come back here and take control of this ball game after keeping Las Vegas out of the end zone there.
Yeah, because like you said, Las Vegas has kind of been in the driver's seat all day, but they've really, for one reason or another, have let Vancouver stay in this ball game, whether it be because Robert Redford is just playing hero ball, but Las Vegas has done just enough to stay in this ball game, but they need to really get a stop here and just try to pull away and put it to where there's no doubt that they get this victory.
Well, and in the first half, Wade, remember the first half they had the goal line stand where they forced Vegas to 3 points, and then another drive right there inside the 5-yard line and keeps Vegas out of the end zone and holds them to 3. So 6 points instead of 14 could be a huge difference in this ball game as Redford met in the backfield, loses 5. A whole slew of Fury defenders there to make that play. I see Tom Krieg and Slyn Shady there on that one.
Yeah, they were definitely looking for that play right there because they snuffed it out quick and got there fast and brought him down in a hurry.
Fourth quarter action elsewhere. We have St. Louis leading the San Diego Mavericks 28-20. Tight ball game here as well as Pepper throws left side on third down. Second down sets up a 3rd and 8. No, sorry, that was 2nd and 8, and the pass was marked incomplete, I believe, and that sets up a 3rd and 8.
Yeah, yep. And that time, I thought it was going to be complete, but just right out of the hands. But that time, Vancouver has to put something together so they can get this first. Otherwise, their hopes of a win are slowly slipping away.
That's what I get for looking down at the stat sheet, as Pepper took a deep shot to the left side, but the pressure coming from the Fury defense caused the errant throw. But I think Pepper will take that. You know, you took the shot, and fortunately it didn't fall into any defender's hands. But you know, that's probably the best case scenario. You don't want to take the sack there, but it's going to set up a punt for the Legion.
Absolutely, and not the worst thing to happen, but definitely you definitely obviously want to get the first down. But hey, incomplete pass better than a turnover for sure.
And a stunning finish to that St. Louis San Diego game. San Diego had a chance on the Hail Mary, actually caught it off the deflection, but was short of the end zone by about 10 yards and falling just short in that ball game. San Diego still searching for their first win as St. Louis is able to secure the win in that one.
In this ball game, like we mentioned at the start of the ball game, a perfect record for Vancouver this season, and then a perfect record for Las Vegas against Vancouver, 3-0 on both hands, and so it'll be an interesting stat line to watch.
Base 4-3 defense from the Legion. Green fires left side, deep out route, and they're going to mark it out of bounds, and Blades is pleading with the sideline official saying, "Did you not see my feet? I think we might see a challenge flag." Wait, I don't know. That looked like it was inbounds to me.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely challenge that, because that's quite a big possession that if you get a first down right there, that's a huge flip of the field.
No challenge flag. Interesting. Maybe my eyes deceived me there. Green's going to stay in the shotgun. Johnson sidecar right. 3 wide receivers on the field. Vancouver and nickel 3-3-5 defense. Green's going to check down to Scott Johnson. Spins. Nice move to get away from Kevin Brackett, but it only gets him back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, like you said, a great move to get away from Kevin Brackett, but just enough to get right back to the line. But really, this Vancouver linebacking core has been playing just all over the field, just making plays, and really they've needed it all day.
3 wide receivers to the top of the screen for the Fury. Joseph Green in the shotgun all alone. Now Green fires down the middle. Well covered, is caught by Tiberius Bovine. Tackled at the 40-yard line, but a huge first down for the Fury.
Yes, well covered, but hey, you throw it to the GOAT, and there's a really good chance that he's going to bring it down. Tiberius Bovine is a surefire Hall of Famer, and he shows it there. Just you throw it anywhere in his vicinity, and he's going to pretty much bring it down.
And you can catch all 15 seasons of Tiberius Bovine's career on the SFL's YouTube channel at youtube.com/SimulationFL for an archive of every game, every draft, and every moment you might have missed since the Simulation Football League got its start in the 2013 season. SFL YouTube features top 10 plays every week archived, people behind the players segments, and all of the major milestones in league history. As on first down, Doug Britton over the middle secures that 7-yard target.
That's just exactly what they need, and now they're firmly in Vancouver territory on the 33, and they just keep driving down this field, burning that clock as well.
Green, deep 7-step drop, fires left side, pass almost tipped and intercepted by Kevin Brackett. And what a defensive game he's been having here today, Wade.
Yeah, one of the defensive MVPs definitely for Vancouver, and I'd arguably in this ball game as well. His impact on this game has been felt since the opening drive, really.
Call it about 10 total tackles on the game here for Kevin Brackett, assisted and solo, and then had the one pass deflection there. Pretty good game from the defender. As Vancouver's in a base 4-3 defense, Green 3-step drop, out route is there. No pressure, cover 2 might take that away, but Vancouver dropping back into cover 3 gives John Blades room to get the first down at the 23-yard line.
Right there, Las Vegas, like you said, played right into the cover 3. and did exactly what they needed to complete the pass, and it was enough for a first down. And right there, Joseph Green, great job reading the defense and finding the open man.
Wins to the left side. Scott Johnson, single back, also split to the left side. 2 tight ends to the bottom of the screen for Green. Looks down there, has a streaking tight end for a 7-yard gain marked down at the 16-yard line. Green now over 230 yards passing on the day.
And Joseph Green has had a great day so far. I mean, he's been on target for the majority of his passes and has only had that one turnover, so he has done his job. And really, this offense has done a pretty good job to keep them in the ballgame.
Only one wide receiver on the field for the Fury. Scott Johnson gets the carry and 2 yards down at the 14. 7 minutes remaining in this ball game. Vegas trying to protect that 3-point lead. A touchdown would do a whole lot for them, as the clock is their friend in this ball game.
Absolutely. If they can just keep winding down this clock and get some more points, like you said, a touchdown does wonders. But hey, a field goal puts them up 6, but at the same time, that puts them in territory to be losing by 1.
Play action fake. Again, it works for the Fury, and John Blades catches it falling out of bounds, marked out at the 6-yard line. Going to be a 1st and goal inside the SFL red zone. And a chat appearance from former Las Vegas quarterback Tom Rahman, now the owner of the Los Angeles Lycans. Want to give him a chat shout out. Inside the 10-yard line for the Fury. A 1st and goal for Joseph Green. Single back. Oh, nope, we got the A-Star Miramontes on the field. Weak eye twins for the Fury. Pulls a base 4-3 defense for the Legion. Green with the 5-step drop. Pressure coming. He's going to get sacked. Pressure off the edge from Achilles Papatonis is going to lead to the sack.
You mentioned it earlier. How about how the field just kind of gets squashed? And that's definitely because you've only got a few yards to work with, and that back end zone line really acts as another layer of defense. So it's a lot tougher when you get this close to the end zone.
Football Dude 93 also in the chat says, hey, everybody. Quick drop back for Joseph Green. Checks down to Scott Johnson. Only able to get 1 yard, maybe 1 yard on that play. 3rd and goal now, Wade. And, Vancouver, when they get inside the red zone, or inside the 10 to be specific, they're really, clamping down here on this Fury offense.
You're very right. They get stingy around the red zone area, and they really just button down and do not let much happen scoring-wise in near their end zone.
Las Vegas going to spread the field out, see if they can create some space here. Green back to throw, curl around his caught, fumbled at the goal line, and Vancouver's going to fall on this ball in the end zone. It's going to be a touchback. A fortunate event. Wow, what a play for the Legion to take that one away. Wade, wow.
Wow, just you said it. Wow. I mean, he came down with it. Looked to me like he came down with the ball, turned around to try to make a football move, and that time got tackled, fumble, and Vancouver gets the ball back, and now, we're going to see a challenge.
I like it. John Bond, you got to challenge it. That's a game-changing moment. You have to. You've been saving that challenge flag. Throw it out now.
Yep. Well said.
Let's get a second look at this one, Wade. Yeah.
Does he get it? Because, I mean, to me, he catches it. It turns up.
He definitely caught that. I think that's a catch. He caught, and then there was a definite turn of the shoulders to go upfield. I think that's a catch.
Yep.
I think that's a catch. I think that's a fumble, and Mark Lopez jumped on it in the end zone for a touchback. I think that they're gonna.
Stands.
Yeah, it's gonna stand. Vancouver with a golden opportunity here late in this ball game to take the lead and rip the hearts out of Las Vegas here at home.
Yeah, and Vancouver deep in their own territory have to put up a drive that gets them on the board. But really, wow, how about that defense standing strong and getting that takeaway?
Yeah, player of the game, definitely Vancouver Legion defense inside the red zone. Redford out left side on the reception gets the first down. And Magel and Slyn Shady there that was Colin Trelli and Slyn Shady there on the tackle.
Offensive MVP, I'm going to have to give it to Robert Redford, but, defensive MVP, that whole Vancouver red zone defense has just been playing lights out. And that time on that play, Robert Redford takes that catch and just picks up a few yards. And now Vancouver is in a healthy position at first and 10 again at the Vancouver 31 now.
I want to argue. I want to argue with you here, Wade, because if Redford, for as great of a day as he is having, and he is having a great day, without the defensive stands from Vancouver, Vegas has a huge lead, and that performance from Redford doesn't even matter.
Yeah, no, you're
That would
right.
be my counter. That would be my counter.
Right.
As
Hey.
Two Spoons there on a one-handed catch gets the first down to the Vancouver 42-yard line. And I said I wanted to argue. Don't agree with me, Wade.
But you speak truth because you're absolutely right. Without the defensive effort, Robert Redford doesn't get back on the field. But yeah, Vancouver's defense has just been playing lights out. But Las Vegas has done everything they can to stay ahead in this ball game. But they've done enough to keep Vancouver in the ball game.
Final game of Simulation Football League here on this Saturday evening. 6 more games tomorrow, but this is the last one here tonight, and it is a nail biter as Brett Killian getting involved now, gets 6 yards on that reception.
Great heads-up play to come down with that ball and pick up 6. They needed it, and now it keeps this drive alive, and they're getting closer and closer to getting into plus territory.
And it looks like a near set. Brett Killian, the receiver, up to the top of the screen. 5-step drop. Pepper likes the matchup, and Brett Killian mosses the cornerback there in single coverage and sets up a grand opportunity for the Vancouver Legion inside the 30-yard line.
It almost, to me, looked like he was going to Vince Carter in the Olympics jumping over the German defender right there. French defender. But that time went up and skied it, came down with it, and picked up the first down. Just a wonderful play, pitch and catch by Tom Pepper and Brett Killian. And that time now, Vancouver comfortably in Las Vegas territory.
Now, trips bunch to the left side for Pepper. Going to take a 3-step drop, surveys the field. Pocket collapsing. Pepper makes a nice throw to the left side. Kendra Hall is there and marked down at the 11-yard line. Great veteran presence there in the pocket by Tom Pepper.
Yes, you said it, partner. He stood strong and delivered the rock as soon as he felt the pressure, just enough arm to get it out and get it to Kendra Hall. And now they are in dangerous territory. But what you have to realize, what they have to do is kind of burn this clock a little more, because now there's plenty of time for Las Vegas to answer back.
2 tight ends on the field for the Legion. Twins to the right side. Quick dump out to the running back, Robert Redford. Spins his way, but only gets 4 yards on that one. Marked down at the 7-yard line. Under 3 minutes, and the clock is still counting. Wade?
Yeah, he stayed in bounds, and the clock continues to tick down. And really, Vancouver, they need to, field goal obviously ties it, but hey, they need a touchdown here.
I formation. Twins to the right. Pepper going to take a 5-step drop. Pass is deflected away. Brett Killian was there in the flats, but that's going to be Tom Krieg already with the big interception return for a touchdown here today, and saves a touchdown there on that one.
Great defense by Tom Krieg right there. Gets his hand on the ball, is perfect position, and jumps that route, knocks it down. And, I'm sure it crosses his mind to pick that off, but hey, he did the perfect thing, knocking it down, and now Vancouver has to recoup and go 3rd and 6.
Yeah, using that tight bunch formation here again. Puts Las Vegas in a nickel defense. Play action fake to Redford. Pepper left side. Pass is tipped away again. That time it was Slyn Shady, the linebacker, with some nimble hands to knock it away. And possibly saving this ball game, at least giving Las Vegas some breathing room, a chance to take the lead, as Vancouver, it looks like, is going to bring out the kicker Rakowski to just tie this ball game up.
That time it seemed like Vancouver might have played right into Las Vegas's hands by kind of sticking to the passing game later on in that drive. But, that time Las Vegas did what they needed and got the stop, and now Vancouver's trying to put 3 on the board.
And a huge, huge opportunity. Vancouver, probably feels like, man, we had a touchdown there. But the points off the turnovers, Vegas had the ball on the other side of the field. Basically was about to score a touchdown. You took that away. You drove down the field, took some time off the clock. Now, and your defense has been playing pretty well. So, if your defense has to come out and take this ball away, you have time to still win this ball game. So both teams with a handful of timeouts, it's still anybody's ball game in this one, Wade.
Absolutely, partner.
Now on the return, that's Max Jackson, gets out to the Vegas 34-yard line. Mark Lopez on special teams, adding to his tackle total on the ball game.
The special teams demon.
And so, Joseph Green, Wade, has really played up to the pressure here at home, taking on the 3-0 Vancouver Legion, playing very, very well in this ball game. Around the 230-yard mark through the air, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, and 2 minutes to go. His offense needs him to step up big here. Scott Johnson on the screen spins his way upfield, call it a 5-yard gain on that one, and Vegas is going to hurry back to the line, Wade.
Yep, they're going to do the quick drive, no huddle. See how this turns out for them. They got to make sure they don't leave too much time on the clock for Vancouver.
5-step drop, but nothing downfield. Dumps down to Scott Johnson and a loss of 1. And now we've hit the 2-minute warning. Tie ball game here at the Silver State Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada. Simulation Football League Week 4 action. 2 minutes to go. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we will be back for the conclusion of this game. Do not go anywhere. Minutes to go in this ball game. APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore the library and to find the perfect tracks for your projects, visit apmmusic.com. As Joseph Green on a first down throws for another first down left side, moving the chains and getting into Vancouver territory. 1:35 and counting in this game, Wade.
Yeah, they keep completing passes for first downs, and this clock continues to wind down. So, if they can continue to wind this clock down, they're in a good position right here.
Vegas really needs another first down to get into field goal range. Anything less than 10 is probably too much for the kicker. Scott Johnson's doing his part, gets 9 on the first play. Still a minute to go in this ball game. Las Vegas has 2 timeouts. Vancouver has all 3.
Yeah, Las Vegas is in a good position right now. If they can just keep winding this clock down and pick up, like you said, that last first down, they'll be much more comfortable for their kicker to kick. But, this is the run position right here.
I like the conservative formation from Vegas here to just try to get to that field goal territory. As Scott Johnson actually loses a yard on that one. Great push up front by Gerald Giudice. And Vegas is going to hurry up, try to save the 2 timeouts. Play action fake. John Blade's right side is open, has the first down marked out at the 25-yard line. Huge first down for Vegas there, Wade.
Not a bigger first down in this ball game than that one. And they needed it more than they've needed it all game. They got it. Now they're first down in, you'd think, in field goal territory for their kicker, but that time John Blades did perfect to catch that and get out of bounds.
And that's not a gimme for the amount, for the leg of the kicker rage for Las Vegas. They're going to trot him out here. I'm sorry, that's Joseph Green. I was like, oh no, that's not the kicker. What is going on here? I was like, there's too much time on the clock for that. So Green on first down is going to be under center here. Looks like a far formation, 3 wide receivers. Vancouver only rushes 3, dropping everybody back in coverage. Almost finds the receiver right side. Mason Kirby can't quite come up with the catch.
Yeah, that time he got turned around a little bit and kind of stumbled and almost came down with it, just couldn't secure the catch, and it was incomplete. And now Las Vegas is looking at a 2nd and 10 on the Vancouver 25, and really, they just probably need a few more yards to really be most comfortable for their kicker.
We got to 54 total points in this ball game, Wade. So we did hit the over in this one, 52.5, the over-under. This pass is thrown left side, caught for about 7 yards. And Vancouver is going to use their first timeout to try to conserve as much clock as they think that they're going to hold Vegas probably to a field goal on this one. Vegas really needs to move the chains here, Wade. A first down would pretty much end this ball game for Vancouver, as they could run the clock out and then take the last field goal as time expires, in a little bit better field goal range for the lower value kicker. Power I formation, it seems like Vegas is going to go conservative. Scott Johnson met in at the line of scrimmage, no gain, sets up a fourth down, and Vancouver, again, trying to save as much time as they can, calls a timeout. 21 seconds remaining here in the ballgame.
And after the kick, what would you say? Probably 18 to 17 seconds left for Vancouver to try to get something going. And so we'll see if Las Vegas's kicker can get this through the uprights.
Yeah, we're gonna lose about 4 seconds here, so that would be about 17 seconds, and then about maybe 5 or 6 seconds on the kick return. So Vancouver's gonna have to take one shot, probably burn that last time out, and then a Hail Mary attempt. Oh no, it's no good. Vegas misses an almost chip shot, and it gives the game to Vancouver. It's Vancouver's game to win. It has been the case all game long. Vegas has been in control of this game, doinks it off the left iron, and now Vancouver, with one timeout, has a chance to win this ball game, Wade.
Yeah, they don't. And so like you said, 17 seconds because we don't lose the time from the kickoff. So really, Vancouver has to do something spectacular here.
That's unbelievable. Now Tom Pepper has the chance here in the shotgun alone. 3 wide receivers to the left side. Dime 3-2-6 for Vegas. Thrown down the middle. Pass is caught. Vancouver has to hurry back up to the line of scrimmage. Brett Killian has the first down. They're going to spike this one to try to save that timeout. Pepper 4-3, so 4 seconds remaining for Vancouver. I think they're still out of Hail Mary range here, Wade. They really only have time for one play. Overtime looking very, very probable here, but don't rule it out. The weapons that Vancouver has, anything can happen when the ball is in the air.
Absolutely right, partner. And you couldn't have said it better. I couldn't have said it better myself, because really Vancouver has so many weapons. But yeah, like you said, about one play is left in this regular period.
They're going to try to create an offensive balance, putting 3 wide receivers out to the left side. Going to check it down to Redford. Very conservative play as the clock winds down. We hit zeros, tie ball game, so that means one thing, Wade. We're going to go to overtime. No ties in the SFL. We are going to leave this with a winner. And what a ball game, man. Here at the Silver State Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada. Week 4 Simulation Football League action. I'm Stephen Hacker, along with Wade Phillips, Justin Reeside in the stats truck, producer and commissioner Cameron Irvine pushing the buttons, turning the dials, as we're back to midfield for the coin toss. And Vancouver wins and will receive. Sudden death overtime rules apply. First points win the ball game, so Vancouver just needs to get into field goal range to seal the victory here. And Las Vegas needs to do everything in their power to keep them out.
Yep, and remember, folks, no matter who wins tonight, a perfect record is on the line.
Yes, Vancouver, when they come into which all 3 of their matchups have been here at Silver State Stadium, but every time they come here, they lose. Vegas is 3-0 here at home against Vancouver all time, but Vancouver coming into this ball game 3-0 on the season, and they don't want to walk away with the loss here. So one way or another, somebody's feelings are going to be hurt. But it's been a phenomenal ball game. Tons of fantastic plays so far. A bunch of highlight-worthy plays. Robert Redford leading the charge with those highlight plays. And they'll get a shot here. Pepper's going to come out with twins to the right. Strong eye formation. Weak eye formation. And Redford's going to get met in the backfield. Big play to start off overtime here for Las Vegas. As I'm trying to get a number on that, it's Dick Baker on the edge making the play.
Yeah, 56 got it, and Mike Baker gets the tackle, and really that was picture perfect for Las Vegas to a start to this overtime, and that's exactly what they need, and they're going to try to get more of that.
Now 3 wide receivers. Brings Las Vegas out in the nickel defense. Stretch play, Redford readjusts and cuts back upfield, but maybe back to the line of scrimmage, and sets up a 3rd and long now for Vancouver.
Yeah, that time Robert Redford really didn't have much room to run. Got about 3 yards right there, but really Las Vegas's defense really snuffed out the run, and now Vancouver has to try to get it through the air.
Trips to the top of the screen for Pepper. Takes the high snap, fires it deep to the right side. Kendra Hall tried to jump up and out maneuver the defensive back, but can't reel that one in. And Vancouver's going to have to punt on this one. And to I've got through all my ad reads. Awesome. We are in overtime here in Las Vegas, Nevada, as it's been a back and forth ball game, and now Vancouver stalled out on that drive, and it's going to give Las Vegas really good field position. And Wade, I've noticed the trend that whenever this kind of swing happens, Las Vegas usually responds in a very positive way. So they're going to have really good field position, and they've really had the number on Vancouver today. Joseph Green has been balling out, backed up by Scott Johnson, kind of converting first downs for him. So I really feel like, this is Vegas's game to win right here, right now.
I'm with you, partner, because Las Vegas, like you said, has really done everything they can to secure the victory. They just, unfortunately, their kicker kind of let them down at the end of the regular period. But now Joseph Green and Scott Johnson can kind of tag team and try to get it down the field.
And they put that drive together. Joseph Green, the rookie, left side, passes there. Out route is caught. John Blades gets the first down, moves the chains out of bounds at the Vancouver 42-yard line.
Now, my question is, if you get close enough for field goal territory, do you kick it early, or do you try to put yourself in the end zone? Because as we saw in the regular period, Las Vegas's kicker kind of let him down.
I have no confidence in that kicker right now.
That's
and
fair.
If it's me, I mean, Joseph Green, if you're asking me, Joseph Green and Scott Johnson are they're bread and butter in you right now. I'd drive them all the way down the field and get in the end zone, but I can understand wanting to give the kicker another opportunity as Green takes the shot. Mark Lopez, the highlight player for the Vancouver Legion in this ball game, contributing to all of the turnovers for the Legion, takes this one away from the Vegas Fury, and now Vancouver with an opportunity to win this ball game.
Yeah, Vancouver's defense came up big that time, and like you said, Vancouver's defense, your MVP of the ball game, and that time no exception.
Big plays and big moments here in overtime. And now Pepper gets to come back out onto the field. Redford trying to get up over that 2-century mark, 172 yards on the ground today. Twins to the left side, Pepper in the shotgun. Redford sidecar left. Dan Daly, the tight end, to the top of the screen. Walters to the left. Pepper's going to get sacked as A.K. Jones breaks through the line and applies the pressure.
A.K. Jones has come up just huge in multiple situations today, and that's another time that he did that right there, because got in there, brought down the Tom Pepper, and they needed it, and he came through.
Going to try to get some of those yards back, power I formation. Oh, Pepper's going to throw out of this formation. Screen pass to Redford left side, lowers his shoulder, but Krieg there to deliver a big hit, but not before Redford gets sick.
Looked like the blocker in front of him might have whiffed on the block and Robert Redford got tackled right there. But hey, they picked up a few yards, but really Vancouver needs first downs in a hurry.
Vegas going to be in a dime 3-2-6. Shotgun set for Vancouver, thrown over the middle. Brett Killian open on the post, moves the chains down to the Vancouver 47-yard line, and a big celebration from his teammate there too.
Yeah, they needed that first down because they have been just over in this overtime period, and now they are slowly gaining some steam down this field, and really, if they can keep this up, they have a chance to put some more points on the board and come away with a victory.
Yeah, Colton Trelli with a little bit of a risky play there, tried to bait Pepper into making the throw, and when Pepper made it, he broke on the ball but couldn't get there. So it's a great throw by Pepper and a little bit of risky play by Colton Trelli there. And Vancouver's now near midfield, going to hand off to Redford here. He breaks it out to the right side, loses 2 yards. And the Fury are just absolutely swarming to the ball right now. Tom Krieg there, as well as the linebacker, help make the play.
Absolutely. They got there in a hurry and stopped that run. It seems like in this OT period, Vancouver has had no luck running the ball. Neither team has had any luck running the ball.
2nd and 12 now. Vancouver's gotten 22 first downs in this ball game. On 2nd and 12, right side pass is caught. Dan Daly gets about 5 yards on that out.
5 yards will normally be a pretty good pickup, but I mean, they need first downs, and I get, yeah, that gets you closer, but they really need some yards to get a score here.
Now 3rd down, 4 of 11 in this ball game, 36%. As Pepper dials up Brett Killian, BK12 gets the first down past midfield into Las Vegas territory.
Tom Pepper is coming alive here. He has really come to play in this OT period because they've needed to. They've had to lean on him, and he's completing passes left and right. And that time, the referee kind of got in his way, but luckily the defender kind of went through him and got that tackle.
Pepper now going to survey the defense pre-snap. As we check in, it's a nickel defense for the Fury. Twins to the left side for Pepper. Gets it out of his hands quickly. Walters on a hot route. Gets 7 on that first down play.
That was a definite hot route that he saw, picked it up, and picked up 7. And now they are closer and closer to the field goal territory that will put them ahead. But hey, if they can punch it in, that'll be even sweeter.
Pepper trying to lead his team to an overtime victory here. Vegas got a little anxious there on the line, jumped off sides, but a first down gained by Walters on the out route. I think they're going to decline the penalty and take the yards, Wade.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I mean, picks it up unless it were to get them more to accept the penalty, but whichever one gets them the more yards.
They do decline the penalty. Been a fairly clean ball game considering that we're now in overtime. I mean, there's been a couple of offsides penalties, but overall pretty clean as far as the yellow flags go. We did have the one challenge earlier in the game on the fumble that was ruled as correct on the field. So been fairly clean as far as flags go in this game.
Yeah, just I think 3 that I can remember really, and that's nothing.
Now Pepper moves up in the pocket. I thought he was going to take off running. Instead checks to Redford, who falling forward, it gets 1 yard. Pretty even splits now, Wade, on those QB comparisons.
Yeah, they really are, and that time on that play, it looked like had he taken off, you probably would have got about the same amount of yards as that pass. But like you said, pretty even splits on the passing yards for these quarterbacks, and really, both quarterbacks have done what they can to really keep both these teams in the ballgame.
Give a couple more shout outs. Rochelle Colston, Tim Hackett. See you guys in there. Redford on second down takes the carry for 1. Achilles Papatonis in there. Art Vandelay also in the chat. What's up, guys? How's it going? Good look there at Slyn Shady, the longtime linebacker. 3rd and 8 now for Vancouver. Again, been struggling here in this ballgame. 5 for 12, 41%. Going to put Pepper in the shotgun. It's going to be a 3-2-6 defense for the Fury. Pepper pump fakes, moves around in the pocket. Pressure gets there, and Pepper did not need to take a sack there, but the Fury are still in field goal range. It'll be a tough one. The kicking tonight has been wildly inconsistent as the linebacker, Eric Davis, gets the sack.
Yeah, that time just gets right. Oh, put him out of field goal territory.
They're feeling the wildly inconsistent play from the special teams, Wade. I mean, I wouldn't throw the kicker out there either. That would be about a 47, 48-yard field goal attempt. Your defense has been playing terrific. I actually like the call from Vancouver. Good corner, coffin corner kick, dies down at the 1, rolls into the end zone. Very, very unfortunate. It's only going to be about a net 17, net 20 punt due to the touchback, Wade.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and now Las Vegas gets bailed out and doesn't have to, be in their own end zone, really.
Yeah. It was actually net 10, Wade. They were on the 30. So, oof. Yeah, net 10 on that punt.
Oof.
So very unfortunate. Maybe just try for the field goal at that point. I mean, with the shot to win the game, now the coffin corner, I liked it, but when it rolled into the end zone, it's very risky. They got to get that one out of bounds. Mark Lopez almost steals that one away from the Fury. Very close. Joseph Green is starting to show a little bit of nerve here. The rookie late in this game has committed a couple of turnovers now, Wade.
Yeah, he has, and really Vancouver has just been just relentless in their pursuit of the quarterback and just trying to break up these passes and force Joseph Green into a turnover, and that time almost did it again.
Now Green's going to go under center. Twins out there to the left. Vancouver in a base 4-3 defense. Pressure immediately there in the face, and that's Mike Coverson. And I believe that's his second sack of this ball game.
Yeah, now they are getting to him, and really, it almost makes you wonder: are they doing something down there that's really just getting Joseph Green all frazzled and getting him off his mark? Because up until that point, he's been pretty solid back there and showing a resolve that many veterans only show, and that time got brought down.
I mean, it was a quick drop, and the play was supposed to be a quick play, but the offensive line really only gave him a second to do that. I put that one on the offensive line there. Green makes a nice throw there. Right side pass is caught, and the first down. Great resilience shown by Joseph Green as Vancouver's been getting after him, but steps up in the pocket, makes a nice throw for the Fury there.
Absolutely stood strong, delivered the ball across his body, and that time, that looked like he barely probably got a toe across the line that took him out of bounds, but that time, great first down, and that's exactly what they needed.
3.5 minutes remaining in the overtime. Somebody has to walk away with the victory. No ties in the SFL. Joseph Green in the shotgun. Quick drop, moves around, throws underneath, passes off the hands of the receiver, who's got to come up with that one. You got to bail your quarterback out on first down like that.
You do, because Joseph Green's been trying his darndest to make something happen, and right there gets the little underneath route, but unfortunately dropped, and now Las Vegas is scrambling trying to get a first down here.
Johnson's going to be the lone back in the backfield, split off just to the right. Green's going to be under center. Handoff, Johnson goes with a dive play. Met immediately gets 2 on that second down play.
This defense has really shut down the running game of Las Vegas in the overtime period. And really, Las Vegas has shut down Vancouver's running game as well in the overtime. But both teams having the worst luck with the run games.
Obvious passing situation now. Green's going to be in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the top of the screen. Vancouver brings 4 in pressure. Green tries to take the shot, and it's tipped away. Doug Britton, the intended target. Drew Hamilton, the strong safety, hasn't got a lot of name call here tonight, but makes a big play there and sets up the 4th down.
You're right. Yeah, we haven't heard Drew Hamilton's name called very much at all tonight, but that time came up with a huge pass deflection that they needed dearly.
And anyone's game to win. I mean, this is... Vancouver's high-powered offense is being met by the great pass defense of the Fury, and it's just a matter of time. You're just wondering when maybe Robert Redford's going to be able to break a huge run, which has seemed to be that difference maker for the Legion offense. As the Las Vegas Fury, all of their firepower, all the steam that they had in this game, has seemed to be dwindling away, and so we just have to wonder if it's Robert Redford's time here now, Wade.
Yeah, because you would think it's just a matter of time before he springs free. But Las Vegas has been playing great football today, as well as Vancouver, and it's been just a deadlock. But really, one of these teams has to pop through and get some positive momentum.
Yeah, and 20 carries, I mean, seems maybe like a lot, but for a running back of his caliber, that's just getting started. He could easily take on 10 more carries in this ball game before it's over. Gets targeted as a receiver on that play, loses 4 yards. Very unfortunate result on that play. 2.5 minutes remaining here in this overtime action, Wade. We're going to go to an overtime too if nobody scores. But both of these teams really need to fight, figure it out here, because it feels like somebody's getting close to scoring.
Yes, indeed.
Redford's going to get a stretch play right side, had some room to the outside, spun back to the middle. And that leads to only a gain of 1. Slyn Shady on the track and tackle.
You said it, partner. If he bounces outside, I think he's still running. But he bounced it in, he took it inside and then got tackled almost immediately by Slyn Shady.
Now another 3rd down. Pepper's going to have to throw for this one. 3rd and 13. 2-minute warning, though. Going to stop the action. Still a tie ball game here at the Silver State Stadium in Las Vegas. This Week 4 matchup, Wade, has been nothing but dynamite. The 3-0 Vancouver Legion on the road coming in here trying to take what they felt like was maybe an easy win. Las Vegas coming in 0-3 in this ball game, but historically, Las Vegas has the edge on Vancouver here at home, 3-0. Now Pepper trying to play spoiler to that as Chris Curtis has the deep shot down the middle. Now Pepper over 370 yards.
Yeah, on paper, like you said, Vancouver should have just blown away Las Vegas, but Las Vegas has shown great resilience and gritty determination to really make Vancouver kind of think on their feet and do whatever they can to stay in this ball game. But really, Vancouver just has so many weapons. I think if Las Vegas can get a stop right here, if they can just get a little momentum, they'll have something to work with.
As Pepper hands off Redford, stretch play, has a defender chasing him, able to get 4 yards on that first down carry. And, I think that Vegas has to feel like defensively, especially in their secondary, they match up very well with Vancouver. I think that Vancouver does a lot of things that makes Las Vegas's defense really excited. They really like the matchup, I think. But, I think something on the offensive side of the ball that really favored Las Vegas this week was their involvement of Scott Johnson. I think that getting him going in this ballgame has been a huge difference maker, and a huge hit by Slim Shady in the backfield as Robert Redford's going to lose a couple on that one.
Yeah, you said it, partner. Las Vegas came to play today. They've shut down the offense, and really, like you said, the involvement of Scott Johnson for the running game has done wonders and has really kept them in this ballgame.
For now, 3rd and long again, going to have to convert. Short drop, throws, double covered, passes tipped away from Kendra Hall, and going to have to bring the special teams unit out after that great defensive stand by the Fury.
Yeah, tried to thread that needle into double coverage, and luckily it was only incomplete. But right there, Vancouver just kind of stalled on that drive, and now Las Vegas gets a chance to maybe try to do something. But unfortunately, in the OT, Las Vegas has just had absolutely no luck on the offensive side.
Vancouver punter standing on his own 31-yard line. Vegas applied the pressure, almost got the block. Would have been a huge turn of events for the Fury. Instead, they're going to return this punt from their own 16 out to the 19-yard line. And a lot of field to make up after that punt was almost blocked there, Wade.
Yeah, that was so close. But that time, great job by Vancouver to really pin them inside the 20. And now Las Vegas has to get first down after first down to really drive down this field because they are in a bad spot right now, field position-wise.
Vegas now going to show a pass here on first down from inside their own 20-yard line. Green, slant route underneath is caught for a gain of 9 to Doug Britton.
They need a lot of that on this drive, just more completion after completion, and really just don't give Vancouver an opportunity to get stopped. Just keep up the pressure and just relentless pressure. Just keep driving down the field.
They snapped the ball before the end of overtime, and Scott Johnson's going to lose 3 on that one. They rush to the line to get the play off and loses yards. Gerald Giudice in the backfield making the play. We've reached the end of the first overtime action. Week 4 Simulation Football League action between the Las Vegas Fury and the Vancouver Legion. We'll go into the second overtime now. Stephen Hacker, along with Wade Phillips, Justin Reside on the stats truck, and producer Commissioner Cameron Irvine at SFL headquarters. Joseph Green now in the I formation on this third and manageable. From their own 26-yard line, handoff to Scott Johnson on the dive, gets the first down, and Moore brings it out to the right side, breaks another tackle, has 2 man to beat. Can he get there? Going to be tackled down inside the 30-yard line. Kevin Brackett makes a touchdown-saving play for the Legion, but now Las Vegas is near field goal position, Wade.
Yes, and we mentioned it earlier. Scott Johnson's involvement in this ballgame has been the X factor, and right there, they've been patient. They keep trying it, and that time it broke, and he almost breaks off for a touchdown, but hey, we'll say 60 yards on that carry, something like that, and that was a great drive, great play.
Really was. I mean, Scott Johnson has done everything in this ballgame to take as much pressure off of the rookie Joseph Green as he can, and a really tremendous performance here in this ballgame. Green now, quick drop, throws over the middle. Ooh, got to be careful. Looking for Mason Kirby, but the linebacker there to tip that one away almost took it away from the Fury.
Just it almost, you just want to scream, finish it off, because they get so close every time, and then Vancouver's defense just shows up big and gets stops. But this time, Las Vegas just needs a few more yards, and they'll be close to field goal territory, you'd think.
3-3-5 defense from the Legion. Quick drop. Green gets it out of his hands quickly to Blades. Out on the left side in the flats, gets 5 yards before the tackle was made by Ashley Rose Finch on the left side.
Yeah, now they're even closer. 3rd and 5 and at the Vancouver 24. So that's you would think would be a manageable field goal, but hey, they just got to keep driving because you can't rely on your field goal kicker, as we've already seen.
Yeah, doinked one from 19 yards to end the game earlier. As Vancouver jumps offside, you got to be disciplined. Now we're seeing maybe the mental fatigue in this ball game as we're in 2 overtime starting to play a factor. As I believe they're going to get this one on Gerald Giudice, and it's going to give Vegas a fresh set of downs here, Wade. And those are the kinds of things you cannot do.
Yeah, no, that in the worst possible time for that neutral zone infraction, they get it.
Covers, and they're going to.
Yeah. And it bails out Las Vegas a little bit because that play, was an incomplete pass. So Vancouver bails out Las Vegas, and now Las Vegas has an opportunity to put some points on the board if they can.
Vegas really doesn't have to apply pressure to the back of the end zone. They can just try to be conservative and do the conservative play, but they're not going to do it here. They look for A-Star Miramontes, who's going to catch it. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's John Blades on a hot route. Gets brought down at the 2-yard line. Sets up a 1st and goal, but don't blink yet. Vancouver has made 2 goal line stands in this ball game, not counting a fumble on the end zone line. Wade, so I mean, Vancouver's defense is showed up in this ball game. This is definitely not a for sure thing, even though they're at the 2-yard line.
Absolutely correct, partner. Oh, and they're going to go for the field goal right now.
From the 2, it'll be about a 18-yard field goal, 19-yard field goal, which we've missed earlier off the left hash. So we'll see if he can nail this one. He does, 19 yards. This one is good, and Las Vegas upsets Vancouver. The record continues. Las Vegas at home, 4-0 versus Vancouver all time. What a matchup here today, Wade.
Absolutely, partner. You said it. And we said before the game and during the game, a perfect record is going to fall, and it looks like it's Vancouver's perfect record in this season. And Las Vegas did everything they could this game to get the victory. They kept Vancouver in, but hey, they kept up with the running game, and the passing game didn't falter. And Joseph Green does just enough to get the victory. And I have to say, hats off to Scott Johnson by being the X factor in that ball game.
Yeah, definitely. I think you got to also tip your hat to the coaching staff of this Las Vegas Fury team. John Bond, the head coach, and offensive and defensive coordinator Michael Irvine and Tony Benefield, both doing their part, all 3 doing their part to put a nice strategy together here. Both teams 3 turnovers, but I think, again, Scott Johnson really made that difference. Joseph Green played as good a game as you can expect from a rookie against the high-powered offense like Vancouver. And so for Scott Johnson to show up in the way that he did was really phenomenal. Vancouver's defense on that play right there, Lopez hopping on the ball in the end zone after the fumble. Vancouver's defense played lights out. I mean, gave Pepper and the offense all the opportunity in the world to win this ball game. But at the end of the day, it was the great strategy from the Fury that ended up getting them the win in this one.
You're absolutely right, partner, because Las Vegas' coaching staff came with a plan, and they stuck with it, and it got them the victory because at any point they could have abandoned the run and just stuck with the pass, but they didn't. They stuck with Scott Johnson, and their patience was rewarded with a victory. And just got to say, they had faith in their team, and it paid off.
And so with the win here at home, Las Vegas is now 1-3 on the season. Vancouver taking the loss, now 3-1. And that's going to do it here. We're wrapping up the end of Simulation Football League Week 4 Night 1 action. Plenty of games tomorrow. That should be a great set of games that we've had if today's games are any indication.
you're right, because it's been phenomenal all day long. I mean, if you watched any of the games previous to this, as a fan, it's just something to love because it's been close games all day, just absolutely down to the wire. And there was another one today, right this game, and it's just been a fantastic day for SFL football.
Now we're going to move on to our player of the game. It's going to go to Scott Johnson, third, 29 carries, 157 yards, and a touchdown, 11 receiving yards. Congratulations to Scott Johnson. And that's going to wrap it up for us here, folks. I mean, it was a tremendous ball game here, the phenomenal stadium here at Silver State Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada. I've been Stephen Hacker, along with Wade Phillips, Justin Reside on stats, Commissioner and producer Cameron Irvine back at SFL headquarters. And stay tuned for an SFL game break, and we'll see you tomorrow.